Hi everyone! Today we're gonna talk a bit about the new Kaunis Kuolematon EP, Elämä Ei Tarvitse Minua. I've been really heavily into this band for the last few years and I love both their full-length albums. If you read some of my blog stuff on my homepage, you probably heard about them before. The thing that makes Kaunis Kuolematon so good is probably the mix of really brutal death metal parts and really melancholic melodic parts. Many death doom metal bands are staying in one tempo or one dynamic. When it comes to Kaunis Kuolematon, they really have nailed both sides of the sound. The 7-minute opening track, that's also the title track on here, is no different. It opens up with an acoustic start that's pretty similar to what they did on the single Palavama that came out like a year ago. After the acoustic opening, it turns into a typical Kaunis Kuolematon song, which is very good. It has the typical growled extreme parts mixed up with the melancholic clean vocal parts. It's a really well composed track that has a lot of feeling. It's followed up by Porteilla, one of the most fast and aggressive tracks I've heard the band do. It's a really different track because it also has some progressive leanings. I can almost feel the Swedish band Skyfire in some of the keyboard and start-stop guitar parts. It's not at all a band I would compare Kaunis to at any time, so it's a pretty cool one. It's also cool to hear Mikko, who usually only does clean vocals, doing some growls in it as well. It's a really different track for the band, and I really appreciated it. The third track, Jun Tunteina, is probably a track some of you already heard since it's out on the Kaunis Kuolematon YouTube channel. This is a really good one that once again mixes the death metal parts with melancholic clean vocal parts perfectly. There isn't really a single standout track on the EP. I would say it's best listened as a unit. All 4 tracks are good. The important part for me is that the songwriting still is really strong. The extreme parts and the melodic parts mold together perfectly. They really have a cohesive, mature and recognizable sound. Most death doom metal bands sound like another band, but I think Kaunis is instantly recognizable somehow. When it comes to the vocal performances, this disc is also really strong. The growls are super good as usual, and the clean vocals are some of the most emotional and affecting in the business. They really merge everything well, as I said earlier. It's simply just a really good addition to the Kaunis Kuolematon discography. Anyone into doom metal should check this out, melodic death metal as well. If you want links to check out their music, I'm gonna put that down in the description box. Also, if you want to hear more of the clean vocalist Mikko, he's featured on 2 songs with my band Soliloquium. I'm gonna put those in the description as well. The EP is out on the 14th and I highly recommend you to get it. If you want a more in-depth review, you can also check my written one, which I will link down in the description box. Please subscribe if you like my vlogs, there will be more coming in the future. Until next time.